Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks, man. Doc Rivers, Giannis, Damian Lillard. The Bucks, they're garbage right now. They just lost back-to-back games. They lost to the Wizards and they lost to the Grizzlies. How do you lose to the Grizzlies and the Wizards? I mean, yes, the game versus the Grizzlies, Dame Dollar didn't play, Chris Middleton didn't play, but that don't matter. You clearly have a better team. The issue is Giannis. The man scored 21 points. Are you kidding me? Brook Lopez had 25 points. Giannis scored 21 points. With no Dame Dollar, no Chris Middleton, I'm going to need about 35. 21 is not going to cut it. And you know, this is looking bad on Doc Rivers, man. This man can't catch a break. This man can't catch a break. And everything they're saying about him, he's not a good coach. He don't make adjustments. It's not helping when your team is losing to lower tier teams that they're supposed to beat. It's not a good look. And I don't know about their playoff hopes, man. I know anything could happen in the playoffs, but you got to develop good habits. And they can't even beat the Wizards or the Grizzlies. I don't care if Damian Lillard is available or not. These are teams you're supposed to beat regardless. And this season, Giannis is just not performing like he usually do. He's not having a horrible season, but he's not performing at his normal level because this is crazy. And now they have a chance of possibly losing the second seed. Imagine that. They are a game and a half ahead of the Cavs. So if the Bucks lose 2 games, they're going to lose the second slot. Now that is crazy. You could keep making excuses. The reason why I'm not making any excuses. Giannis needs to be better. Doc coaching needs to be better. But I'm not going to blame Doc for everything. Every time they lose, I'm going to say it's the coach's fault. Yes, he dropped the X's and O's, but as a star, as the players, you got to go out there and play. You got to go out there and play. The coach don't have to be the greatest coach ever. Don't get me wrong, Doc is a very good coach. So I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, even if the coach is not the best, he's not the best with all the X's and O's, you, the player, have to still go out there and perform. And the team is just not performing well right now. They have a few games remaining before the playoffs, and you got to go into the playoffs with some kind of chemistry, some kind of camaraderie. You got to enter the playoffs clicking, man. You can't go into the playoffs trying to figure things out. That ain't going to work. This team have been bad for a minute, ever since the second half of the season. The All-Star break, obviously they fired Griffin. And like I said, I'm fond of Doc. Once again, I'm very fond of Doc Rivers. I like the guy as a coach. But I can't make excuses for him. He took over the team. They had a great record. And ever since then, he haven't been good. He haven't been good. For whatever reason. I don't know if he can't get through to the players. Maybe they're not listening. I don't know. But they haven't been good. Is it his lineup, the rotation he's putting out there? I don't know what it is. And I don't want to throw him under the bus and blame it solely on him and say the reason why the team is losing is because it's coaching. I mean, of course, that's part of the equation. But is that the entire situation? I don't think so. I think some of it is coaching. And the other half is the players. They got to play. It's simple as that. You just got to play. And the Bucks, they're not good right now. And everybody's saying they're going to win a championship. At least that was a thought when we first heard they acquired Damian Lillard. But that whole notion is out the window. That whole feeling, okay, you know what? They're going to be champions. Throw that out the window. They're not good. This team is not very good. At least they're not playing good. On paper, they're one of the best. But on the court, they're not good. It's been bad. And this is not helping Doc Rivers' case. Everybody's saying he's a bad coach. He don't make adjustment. You know, the media, the fans, everybody is on top of his head. And this is not helping that. So I don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs. I'm not too confident, man. If I'm a Buck fan, I'm not too confident right now because Giannis is not playing like himself. At least to the level we need him to be. At least the MVP level. I don't know what's going on. The man scored 21 points last night in a loss to the Grizzlies. 21 points? You have no Damian Lillard. You have no Chris Middleton. That means your offensive production, it has to go up. It has to increase. So that 21 points should be about 35, even 40. You got to do more. I don't know how this team is going to fare in the playoffs. Will everybody be right saying Doc Rivers don't make adjustment? He's not a good coach. I'm hoping Doc Rivers and the team could prove everybody wrong. I'm really hoping that's the case, man, because this team is a talented team. But for some reason, they are underperforming. And I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's dude just not playing to the level that they need to. I don't know what it is. But something got to give. And the playoff is right around the corner. And we're going to see if the Bucks are able to make it to the finals or the Eastern Conference Finals or something. Or will they be an early round exit? This team is too talented. Even if the coaching is not the best. Once again, not saying Doc Rivers is not a good coach. I'm just saying, even if you had a bad coach, based on talent alone, you should be able to get it done. Most of the times, talent override coaching. You could put any coach with a great team, with a bunch of superstars, a deep roster. They're still going to win games because the talent is so superior. We can't just put all the blame on Doc Rivers. It's his coaching and he's bad. Nah, we can't do that. We got to also look at the players, the roster. Giannis, Dame Dollar, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez. We got to also look at the players, man. Are they performing at their optimal? The playoff is approaching. It's almost here. And I'm not too confident in this team right now, man. I'm very skeptic. I don't know, man. But we're going to see what happens. But they got to get it together, man. You can't lose to the Wizards and the Grizzlies. You just can't. I'm sorry, you can't. Not at this point in the season. You need these games to stay afloat so you could capture the number 2 seed. You can't be losing to these teams. I'm sorry, you can't. And for some reason, they're just not winning. And Giannis got to be better. Whether Damian Lillard is on the court or not, Giannis has to be better. And that's just the fact of the matter. Well, we're going to see what happens, man, in the coming games. Can they get it done? But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.